cloud server, so I'll do it to cloud. All right.
I have storage all over the place. I don't worry about where I'm going to upload something.
All right. Let me mute you. Let me mute you. I'll be right back. I gotta do this intro. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my black. Open your hearts and ears and change how you see. Black, 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 black. Welcome to my black. I love that joint. All right, go ahead, unmute yourself, unmute yourself. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Whitaker, and welcome to I'm not even going to call it a pilot episode, the inaugural episode of My Black, where it is the discussion and demystification. Is that a word? I'm going to make it a word. Demystifization of Black. So it's not about, My Black is not about me, because yes, I'm Black in the sense that I was born with this wonderful chocolate kind of coffee skin, lighter than the coffee that I'm drinking right now. But everybody that is born Black does not embody the same traits as everyone else, nor should they, arguably, because my guest today is my blood twin brother, fraternal. We came out the same mama. We got different weights, different weight classes, different food qualities. I still weep for him. He's still in America, but I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
I am DJ Daniel. I go by many names. I am known as DJ the Black Weatherman. I'm the Way-to-Light. I am your favorite Black friend who doesn't care that you call me your Black friend.
See, I'm the original Black Weatherman.
This is true. However, and you do a whole lot more than I do, because I'll get up, I'll look at the weather and be like, nah, I'm good. I'll if this was 2-3 years ago and I had been steady with it, it'd be different.
It's not about being steady with it, it's about being Black with it. That's the difference.
Here's the thing. Hear me out. So it wasn't about being Black with it, because I'm always who I'm going to be, regardless of, not even country. I'm a chameleon in the best sense of the word. I walk into a crowd and I'm whoever I need to be to make sure you don't realize I'm there.
Now, I've been in Tokyo too long. Folks realize when I'm there after a while.
But you actually stand out more than I do in the crowd.
I've been known to go.
I've actually had a palm reader read my palm, and she's like, wow, you have a big personality, but you can just walk into a room and disappear. That's one of those endearing qualities about me. That no one ever has to realize I'm there as long as I'm getting a paycheck. I get hired because my voice is what it is.
Do you code switch?
All right. First of all, code switching is just say, Hey, do you stop saying nigga around white people? Yes, I stopped saying nigga around some white people
So
because it. Well, you have to take that with a grain of salt. If I'm in a business environment, it's not always uh, expedient to say, "Hey, nigga, you gotta look at this." when a
I'm
large
very
portion of your coworker, uh, when a large portion of your coworkers are white. However, because I'm working at home now, I'll hit my boys up, nigga. Why?
You know what? Living outside the country, I say it far less. But when I say it, I'm not usually, I'm not necessarily talking about a black person anymore because,
Here's the thing. It never has to be a black person. If I say nigga,
well, I mean, what were we taught about the
it,
word? A nigga is an ignorant
uh,
person.
yeah.
And I've
So
seen so many skin tones
oh
of it be
it's universal, man.
exemplifying
It's
it.
universal.
Hmm.
It's
It's
universal
universal.
on levels that people who view black as a monolith say, "Oh, nigga, that's our word." No, nigga, that's a word that describes an absolute mind state of just foolishness. Yes, I'm a good, upstanding, uh, weird dude, and people look at me. They're like, "I don't understand you. Uh, you you're all peace and love, but you have guns. You're all
You
hey,
do have a
let's
lot of
start a
guns.
revolution." I don't have a lot of guns. I have some guns.
You have a lot of guns. As a
Co-
person that has
compare
no guns, you have a lot of guns.
compared to somebody who lives in say California, New York, Tokyo. Yes, I have a lot of guns. Compared to somebody who lives in Texas, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, I have some guns. That is a perspective thing. Uh, because I build guns too. So it's not, oh, I went out and bought a
Ooh.
bunch of guns. I've built 3 or 4 guns, and I've purchased other guns. Uh, all the guns I've purchased, I don't own anymore.
See, what I'm hearing is all them years of living in Augusta and now South Carolina, that
I
draw
didn't get
coming out,
guns till I moved here.
huh?
No, I didn't. I didn't own a gun till I moved to Columbia.
No, I'm talking about the voice.
No,
it,
that's
it comes
more.
out like a Texan can't hide their accent. It just kind of slides in.
Yes, it does slide in, but that's because I spend so much time filtering through everything. Uh,
Mm.
my whole day, my whole day is filtering conversations. Uh, I'll sit on the phone and have whole conversations with customers in like New York and New Jersey, and then I'll talk to somebody in California, and our conversations are completely different. I have a customer in Georgia. We have whole gun conversations. I got a customer in Mississippi. We have whole like reloading conversations,
See,
and
when I worked
it's
at
a
Bell
so
South, I could use my country accent a lot more because it's a dialectal situation thing, talking to field tech,
correct.
and they need to understand. Look, what you need to
Well,
do is find the ampersand, the sharp sign. You got to find
uh,
that.
uh, here's the thing with
Here's the thing.
me, it is a fluid thing because of the area I live in. Columbia is not as country as you think it is.
Oh, no, it's a university
Uh,
town, a medical university town.
no, it's a military town. Yes, there's universities here, but the university is kids who come in and leave. The military, yeah, there are people who come in and leave, But without them, this town pretty much shuts down
Mm.
because Fort Jackson is a huge chunk of the money here.
Oh, that's interesting. See, I've never been in like the most time I've spent in Colombia is when we had to go to the hospital because of the accident right before college.
That was the most time I had spent here until I think I came up to Columbia to work in I think it was 2010 because I had just left a government contract and I was doing some work, doing some pharmacy work for HP and CVS.
I don't know
So
what that
I
is.
was I was actually doing pharmacy conversions. I
Ooh,
I do I do software and hardware conversions as like
okay.
a side hustle.
See,
Yeah, strange side hustle, right?
side hustle of software hardware conversions. Okay.
Well, that was a side hustle at that time, but that was keeping the family fed.
Hey, just
So
family fed.
I, 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 I spent time on the road doing that. And then when I started working for Department of Energy, I was still doing that at night. So I was working like 20 hours a day.
Wait, what do you do now?
I am a customer support engineer for a disaster recovery software company.
That's
I'm
interesting.
doing something. I'm doing something that I prefer not to be doing.
Disaster recovery software, like for when computers crash and all, or like
Yep.
actual disasters.
When like computers crash or when CEOs delete emails and or in the case of one of my customers, hey, we're getting ready to fire this. Um, we're getting ready to fire this CFO, and we need to restore his emails because he was deleting everything as he was leaving
Okay.
because he was cooking books and doing all sorts of shady things, and we fired him so we could prosecute him.
Dang.
Uh,
Sounds like
yeah, that
somebody else.
then again, when Backpage got shut down, they called us, hey, somebody stole our servers.
Like back page.
Uh-huh.
That should that which does what shall not be named back page.
Yep.
Yeah.
One and the same.
That's funny. They were trying not
So
to get killed.
here's the thing. They called in, they said, hey, we need to restore some stuff. Bet. Cool, you still got a valid contract. Let's go ahead and get you set up. And off to the races.
So to speak.
I People have to understand when it comes to IT, I have no loyalty.
Mm. Pay the contract, get the work done.
And I have to be more cautious about some things that I say because of some situations I'm cooking up right now.
Well, say
Good
no more.
situations, good situations, good situations.
Oh wait, no, the new term is say less, right? Say less. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
See,
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so
yeah.
far behind because I've not lived in the States for so long on
Here's the
what
thing.
current
I
slang
didn't
is.
I didn't know about say less until some of my other friends said it. So you are not alone.
Dude, I've been teaching English and folks are like, what do you want to learn? Slang. I'm like,
Uh, uh, well, I'm
um,
about 20 years out of practice, but
I'm like, we
I
gonna be
think it's
learning
off the
together.
hook.
I looked him dead in the face. I'm like, I don't usually use slang, so we're gonna learn together. All right, let's pull up Urban Dictionary.
No, 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 no. You're going the wrong way, wrong way. All right. So
I mean, we didn't grow up with it.
this is true.
And when we did grow
I,
up with it, it was partly like in living color and dad using slang comically.
oh, it was terrible.
It was funny.
Oh,
King of dad jokes.
the and take in mind, dad jokes are fantastic.
Yeah, they are.
Uh, Fantastic, cringeworthy at times. Ooh, some of them are cringeworthy, but
that's what makes them great.
Give me one moment. Let me adjust my lighting for a second.
Before I finish getting you on the thing, I had to fix a cup of coffee because they're doing construction across the street from where I am, and there's white noise.
Oh,
I've been passing out half the morning. I barely.
What blend of coffee are you? What blend of coffee are you running? Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yes, I'm on the coffee train now. Well, back on the coffee train.
You finished your tea run, so
I'm
gonna probably cut that out because I don't want to pay. I don't want them to try getting me to advertise for them. But like, I'm in quarantine for like a day and a half more. So I got like coffee, drip coffee, like instant coffee, drip coffee, and I'm used to espresso. So
I've actually stopped doing the espresso thing. What I do now is, bruh. All right, so what I've done is I've actually switched to grinding my own coffee, and I do. Right now, I do.
I love doing that.
I do Guatemalan and Ethiopian blend with cinnamon.
Ooh.
Straight black coffee. The only alteration to it is the cinnamon.
The cinnamon always does it up. I do that in my coffee sometimes.
It's not shaking cinnamon into it. That's actually ground into it. And I'll fine grind it so it's almost like a Turkish coffee.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll usually put some cinnamon in the bottom of my cup when I'm doing my espressos and just let it come through the air.
You're doing too much. There we go.
No, I got capsules.
Now my lighting.
I'm trying to. The lighting's good. See, what I'm trying to do is I have to figure out my proper settings because I think I'm gonna have to raise my computer more because if I'm looking at you, it makes me look like I'm looking down too much, but the camera is up here. So when I'm doing gestures, I wind up.
Here's the thing about my lighting. My lighting is actually 4 monitors.
That's a lot of monitors.
That I have. Dude, and take in mind, this is at home.
For you. I know.
This is at home.
We've always kind of been tech hogs.
Dude, I'm trying to get away from it. I really am. I'd be perfectly happy with a kitchen and guns. And yes, I know that.
You should open a cafe and gun shop. I think that would be the most interesting thing ever, and no one would ever rob you.
Here's the thing. It sounds weird, but the
you gotta complain about my food.
No. Here's the thing. If I set it up that way, I can do true farm to table. Hunt it, clean it, serve it. So it's
Do
not,
it.
oh, I got guns because ooh, I want to go out and murder people. No, there's an ends to a mean. It's not. Uh, none of my
While you're
guns
wearing a
are.
Punisher shirt.
Uh, First of all, it was Punisher or Deadpool. What do you want? you you know what the deal is with the Punisher. That's always been the deal. So it's one of those things where
That Netflix
if
series was brutal.
I here's the thing, when they're trying to cancel the Punisher after the whole insurrection thing, Punisher ain't have nothing to do with it. You don't need to stop playing it because somebody was wearing a Punisher shirt. They want to try and cancel the Punisher.
Nah, that ain't what that. If they actually paid attention to the Punisher, they would know. Nah, he
And
would be hunting
that,
them folks down.
yeah. So it's one of those things where, as much as people are like, "Oh, Frank Castle was a horrible person," misunderstood. A very clear code of ethics.
Kind of.
It did not exclude killing people, but it excluded doing just stupidity because, oh, I got a political ideal. No, I got a political ideal, and you're stepping on my rights because you want me to do something that helps other people.
You know,
I,
when that argument came up on healthcare, I was already living in Japan with the national healthcare system,
and
like
you
social
understand how stupid
medicine,
it is
as
over
they
here.
call it. And the second people started screaming is socialism, I'm like, you're give me a second here. Let me process this. Now, my understanding of socialism in this sense is something for the good of society. And you're complaining about helping other people make sure their health is taken care of, and you're
That
upset
that's
about
taking
that.
that's taking money out of
I'll
those
I'll stay right where I
poor.
am.
That's taking money out of those poor CEOs' pockets. Their bonus is going to be ravaged by that.
May it be.
I
But
I
the
don't
like
care.
when when Rona popped up and they were starting to close borders and stuff, the
The rest
US
of the
was
world
sending
was
out
like,
messages. Well, the US was sending out messages, Japan was sending out messages. Look, the border's going to close soon. If you want to go back to your home country, you should probably be booking a ticket soon. I said, and I sat
yeah,
down.
no. You should probably
Because
book a
if
ticket soon.
if I
Nah,
get
I'm straight.
if I get sick here, I've got asthma, I've got the congenital bicuspid, I've got social medicine. I can go to the hospital. I don't have to worry about if it's the hospital or rent. So there's no way that during something that they say is going to be a super horrible thing, I'm going to go to America. And if I get sick, I have to deal with deciding if it's my life or my house. And since I don't have a
And
house in America, it was an even easier decision.
yeah,
I don't have a house, I
the
don't have a job in America. So I
I,
stayed in my country where I was, shelter in place. You know what I'm saying?
hey, I've been working from home since May. No, March. And at some point, I think they're gonna have a vote at work where they're not even going back to the office
Well, I mean, Twitter's already
because
had that vote. They're like, Y'all ain't got to come into the office no more, okay? All right, we good.
Twitter,
We good. All right, do your
Twitter,
job. Do your job.
The majority of Google, most of
Except
Silicon
them
Valley
factory
is like,
workers.
hey, most of Silicon Valley is like, hey, you got a VPN, you know what you got to do.
No, most of Silicon Valley is like, look, take your laptop, go home, get on your VPN, be on that Zoom meeting at 8 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah, because I
But
even
what
if
about my free espresso and beer? Yeah, no, you can't take those from the office, so you'll have to buy your own. Sorry.
I stopped at the office to get free espresso
It's like
and take it and get beer.
it's like, what about my catered lunches? My catered. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to fix your own sandwich, Pete.
Here's the thing. They stopped our catered lunches before the pandemic.
Because it costs money.
Yeah, it does, but you gotta understand.
High school, bro. Ah.
I started this job, and there were free snacks. There were monthly bonuses, and then they cut that back to quarterly bonuses that capped out at 10%, and then
Bad.
10% of annual, like total across. Yeah, yeah.
At least they
So
were getting
they
something. I think your screen froze.
all right. First of all, if I want something, something clause exists. Something clause ain't supposed to be my employer. And you said, here's the deal, and this is why I moved from where I was to where I am. I understand everybody getting something, but now you're just throwing salt in there, being like, "Hey, just take that." Be happy, you got a job, nigga.
That's a lot of places. That like I remember when
And that's
9/11 hit and Bell South went on that.
that's the
It was all love
sad part.
before 9/11, and then everybody was like, the economy's hurting. What's that got to do with my money? You know the economy's hurting, right? I'm like, sure.
Yeah, here's the thing. The economy has nothing to do with my pocket. Yeah. If the
But it
economy's
does.
hurting,
If you ain't got it in your pocket, you can't put it in the economy again.
exactly. Which is why the stimulus, it doesn't really phase me. But when you say, oh, they could be giving out $2,000, and then they're like $600. Nigga, I don't get up in the morning for $600. What the hell are you talking about? And then they're like, oh, we're capping that. So after 85,000, we start cutting off money. It's like, oh, okay. So Erica gets 600. Erica gets $600. I get $200.
200. Wow.
Congratulations, you covered a light bill. Yay! Thank you, government. 32 weeks gets me $600. Oh, never mind. $200. You essentially spit on me and told me that it's sunshine and said, be grateful.
$600. $600 is like
$600 doesn't even cover all the utilities in the house.
$600 is maybe one hard trip to Costco for the restaurant. Like that's a meat. That's like a heavy catering time trip to Costco. Like where we got to get a couple cases of ribs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, that's. I would be.
Take in mind,
I would.
and
Yeah. No.
they were talking about small business loans and all that to protect people's paychecks.
And
They
then
were
giving them
giving
away to
rapper,
corporations. Giving
they were
away to
giving them to
medium and large size
corporations.
corporations.
Yeah, giving away to corporations, to rappers who went and blew it on like Lamborghinis and stuff. It and then they're like, "Oh, y'all got to give that money back." You had whole companies like Shake Shack talking about, "Nah, we good, homie."
Until everybody said, we gonna take the money out your pocket, Shake Shack. Oh shoot. Yeah, we don't need this money now.
The Lakers got money.
Hmm.
The Lakers got money.
Yeah,
Why?
that's baffling. That's
You tell
baffling.
LeBron, here's the thing. The Lakers should have said, LeBron, you don't get a few checks. Have a great day.
And LeBron would be like, bet. Let me go tend to my school real quick. Make sure my kid's all right.
He would have cried like the giant baby that he is. But that's messing with my money.
Put some respect on his name, man. He doing stuff for the people. He doing stuff for the people. He doing some stuff for the people that matter. The future.
I'll put respect on Big Baby Hairline's name. That hairline reached all the way to the back of his neck.
Wait, how far are we into this thing? Because I have no clue.
That's a great question. I haven't kept track of time.
I think we've done like 30 minutes or so. So
it's easy. Oh, it's easy. But now I understand why To Hear More has the two big white panels, the big light panels. It gives a much more even lighting.
Well, what I'm using is like a LED
ring light.
No, it's like a desktop LED stick type light.
Okay.
And I'm about to get one for home because I'm in a hotel right now, but this thing has opened my eyes to a proper lighting fixture that I can actually work with.
Well, that's just it. Erica has a ring light that she uses for like her classes and stuff. For me, I use my monitors attached to my laptop because they're here. I've almost completely replicated my office setup at home. And if I wanted to push more light, I could switch my TV to a white, like a winter background, and that will push even more light.
Yeah.
Because I have 4 24-inch monitors and then a 43-inch TV sitting here.
That's a lot of tech.
Not really. The monitors are on while I'm working, and then they get turned off. That's a lot of light. It looks like a lot of tech. It's 4 monitors attached to a laptop.
So one laptop? That's impressive.
Yeah. I spent time cultivating that configuration. But I'm about to dip my toes back into beat making and music production.
I've started on that, which is the intro and stuff. I've finally started getting back into it properly. Dude, download Zen Beats.
I got it on my phone.
That thing is so much fun.
Well, because my production laptop that I use for my graphic design and my music is a older i7. It's just a beast. I threw Linux on it, threw a wireless keyboard on it, and
Mm,
I'm looking at getting MPK for it.
okay.
Just 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 so I got a little MIDI keyboard,
I got the little
keyboard and a beat
Casio,
pad.
like I got the Casio MIDI keyboard. Like there's like one that's like a studio standard, tiny little one that you like that actually connects to MIDI. That thing is awesome.
I
But
don't
I
know.
don't.
What I'm looking at is USB.
Oh, use your phone. Use your phone or your tablet.
Yeah, I guess I can do that too.
That's what I do in tough spots. But like with Zen Beats, I can you can actually still use the keyboard.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. Hmm. See, and now we get
Well,
the
yeah.
nerd stuff.
Well, using my tablet would work because I have my Samsung tablet is big enough where I have space.
Dude, I got it on all my devices. I got OneDrive and I just transfer in between them when I need to mix stuff.
I still have my Note 9. I have a 1+7 Pro.
Yeah, you got
I
enough
have
stuff.
my
You got enough stuff to daisy chain production.
yeah.
Like the most fun for me is
That's the one
the
I'm
fact
looking
that
at.
that's a good one. The
Just because
most fun
I
for me
wanted.
is the fact that it's harder to use my computer to sample from, but it's much easier to pull samples with my tablet. So if I'm going to pull
Well,
samples, I'll set my tablet on top of my computer and just be pulling samples. That way I get that semi lo-fi sound already, and
here's the
I can
thing.
still transfer it. I can still transfer that entire project to OneDrive to pull up on the computer and edit through it. And I have all the samples so I can use them for different projects.
Well, I'm using LMMS
I haven't
on
used that
Linux.
in years.
Here's the thing. It has grown.
That's your favorite
Oh,
phrase. Here's the thing.
you know, it really grinds my gears. But dude, it
What?
has grown to the point where you can you can go ahead and do your samples in Audacity and just straight drop them in,
Ooh, I haven't done that in a
and,
long time.
and then pull that sample in, and all the filters are already there, all the effects are already there.
What I'll do is I'll do a tutorial and show you why I like Zen Beats. Because I'm pretty sure what they are going to put up as a
Oh,
tutorial is nowhere near what I'm going to do with it on a half rate scale.
here's the thing. I've actually gone into Zen Beats, and the fact that I can go and pull samples from my YouTube music library is phenomenal.
Not only
that
that, you
that
have the loop function versus like the actual like wavelength version that you can do.
well that I enjoy the wavelength function because I'll go and cut pieces of a sample that I want to use and then move them around.
And it makes it so much easier and fun.
No, I was actually at my boy's house earlier, and he was working on a track. He had this Fela Kuti sample,
Ooh.
and it had a nice progression into horns, but he had it full speed. I'm like, all right, slow that down. all right, now cut that back a little bit, copy that, flip it, and run them together.
Mm.
And then he put a delay on the beginning of the track, so that sample and flip are running for a full second before the rest of the track comes in on top of it.
Ooh. That sounds fun.
He's using FL Studio.
That's so modern rap standard.
It's better than it was.
Oh, of course it is. But at the same time, it's still FL.
This is true. Most people who start with FL are like, let me go and grab Ableton and fix this. or they'll go find another DAW and stack on top of it to clean it up.
Because it's a good scratch track maker.
True.
Like the people that excel at using FL Studio have like going beyond the point of love for FL Studio.
It's
like
not even that.
For using FL Studio. I just want to be able to make good music. That's it. I use whatever program is necessary.
It's the affordability of it.
And the fact you can just download it onto a tablet or a device now.
Oh, he has it on a full laptop. Mm-hmm. But I'll go over to like go crate digging with them.
I just remember the days when we used to get cracked versions of them programs.
What do you mean used to?
Hey, I'm at the point in my music career where I actually buy stuff every now and again, but only if I've exhausted the things that are free. I haven't exhausted the things that are free yet.
I started making a track on Zen Beats, and I need to put some samples under it. Because it is literally just a beat track right now.
Hey, beat tracks are awesome.
Yeah, but it is. It's super basic.
Hey, sometimes super basic is all you need.
It needs more.
You just gonna end it right there? Did you put any keys or bass to it?
Dude, I haven't taken the time.
You're lazy. You're lazy.
No, I work. I tend to work till like 2:00 in the morning, and then get up, feed the dogs, take them out running, take a nap, get back up for work.
No, what you do is 15-minute intervals. If you do it in 15-minute intervals, life becomes a bit simpler.
Well, that and I slowed the track down to 66 beats per minute.
To 60? 60 is good.
66.
66 is a ripe one. That allows a lot of play.
I know. That's why I put it there.
Like, you can do triples on the cymbals. You realize that, right?
Yeah. So I've started playing around with it. I just haven't like taken the time to expand on it. Plus, I think I have Zen Beats on my tablet, and that gives me a larger surface to work on. Because yeah, the phone is cool and all, but that's a a 6.7-inch screen is a very small area to work in.
Give me just 1 second. Rock with it, go. Everybody wants to know what you do, yo. Information is off, Lord. I do this all, y'all. Need to get up, get out, do something fresh. I feel like it is something that could do you fresh. It feels so good, feels so fine, feels so southern. Won't use my draw, but I know I can get up in a little bit and make body fit a little bit. Different ran array. Hey, why you make the beat quit? That joint is banging. Send me that. I'll lay something on it.
I'm about to put an instrument layer under it. No, I don't need to do. Get rid of that.
See, and this is where we've grown together and separately.
Well, that's just it. It really is, because it's one of those things where the things I'll do to tracks are different because of who I am.
And you don't have access to Japanese TV, so you can't pull samurai drama sounds. I can mess some stuff up. I excel at sampling sometimes.
You underestimate me. I
I don't
have
underestimate
IPTV,
you.
sir. I
I'm
I
just talking
have
about.
IPTV. I have TV from around the world, dog.
I'm just talking about on the fly. If you turn on your TV, chances are you ain't gonna find a Japanese samurai drama that just pops up.
Give me a second. let me let me prove you wrong real quick.
Is this a hold my beer moment?
Uh, uh,
You
Dude,
can't
I
hold my
pay
beer.
I pay for an IPTV service that literally gives me access around the world. So
That's kind of cool. Mm,
and now my Fire TV doesn't want to connect to my phone.
mm-hmm. Because that's what it is.
Dude, I've automated almost everything in this house. Lights, wash machine, dryer,
I am not the one.
music. Here's the thing. It's easy for me to turn on music for the dogs if we're out and
For the
I'm not at home.
dogs.
Yeah, dude.
You
My
special.
dog Ryan is an old jazz musician. You literally turn
That's
on some John. You turn on some John Coltrane. He goes and snuggles down and he's done.
that's different.
Well,
That's
Ruby doesn't like the Chronic.
different. Now that's just funny.
It's the high pitch, wee, all of that. She's like, no, 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 no West Coast.
No, West Coast.
She doesn't get down with the explosive.
That see you different like that. I haven't had a dog since Smokey died.
I don't know. I didn't have one until we got Ruby. So it's been until 4 years ago we didn't have a dog
Y'all had a dog. Y'all had dogs before. You had dogs before.
until right before I left for the army.
Litters and litters of dogs.
Here's the thing: they lived better than I did. Most of them lived the rest of their life in $1 million homes. I did not.
So you bred a bunch of rich mutts.
Yep. Ah, I don't have Japanese. I have like Czech. I have Brazilian. Of course, Canadian stuff. I've got Indian TV,
Indian
and
TV is fun.
that's good sampling.
Yeah, it is.
Cause, dude, Indian and Turkish music, phenomenal samples.
Oh, the
Ooh.
cadences are beautiful.
Uh, what else did I find? An artist from Indochina. This is a track I found from like 1942. Abs-
1942.
Absolutely berserk, man.
Give me a second. I need to make sure I'm doing this login right.
And actually, you're right. That sampling with the phone, so much easier.
So much easier. No, Indian and Turkish music, those highs and the cadences just make it so easy.
Yeah.
So, what are you listening to lately?
Uh, lately I've actually been all over the place, man. Um, so some of the mainstream albums that have dropped have been cool. Um, that Freddie Gibbs and Madlib album that was if you haven't gone and listened to yesterday's new quintet, uh, all of that is um, Madlib with a bunch of old Blue Note artists,
Mm,
and it is real like actual jazz.
hmm. See, what's the last album I listened to? Arrested
The
Development.
last album I listened to. Let me see.
Wait, last album. It go. Let's see. It's in between Arrested Development, Don't Fight Your Demons, and Toby and Wigway's Sync Originals.
Here's the thing. All of
Both of
his
those albums
all
are
of his
fire.
all his Sunday tracks,
Yeah.
absolute perfection.
that
Try
man.
Jesus, don't try me.
Cause I throw hands.
Every song's
that
every
song
song
is
got
a legend.
every song has a gun bar in it.
Uh-huh.
Every song.
He let you know where he from.
Because he is still a Houston nigga.
He never
He's
said
like, I trust Jesus, but this Smith has got me.
he let you know. It ain't no joke. You can be a Christian and still defend yourself and still defend your family. So yeah, Arrested Development, Toby and Wigway. I started listening to KRS's new one. He's still bomb.
Yeah. Didn't get that sample.
I think
Oh, that's right.
those may be the only two albums that I actually listened to.
I listened to the first track KRS was doing while he was in the studio. Um,
I like the song Black Black. Black Black is good. Black Black fit my theme from My Black. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna thank the folks for tuning in to My Black. I'm gonna stop the record and then we're gonna get into some actual conversation. Cause
yeah.
yeah. We ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to My Black. This is the first inaugural episode. My guest today is my twin brother, Mr. DJ Whitaker, and it's a pleasure catching up and allowing you all to experience what our black is because between us, you see there's a difference in how we talk, how we act, how we interact with people. And that's the moral of the story. My black is not his black. His black is not your black, but we are
Uh,
that non-monolith.
uh, uh, People, check out my food page, facebook.com/Feed America Great Again. That here, you understand why I did that
Uh-huh.
because because food is the ultimate in uh, bridge to every gap.
Oh, I know.
Re-
I've got Soul Food House.
regard, regard, regardless of who you are, regardless what your taste is, I'm gonna feed you. Uh, if you can't have slice, fantastic. I'll tone it down for you. Uh, uh, if you need something a little more potent, I got you. Uh,
That's how I do it drinks.
well, that's just it. I also do edibles, so it's one of those things where I make sure people eat and they'll keep eating.
Different conversation for
But
a different time. But check
well,
out
that's
his Facebook page. Check out soulfoodhouse.com, legacyloungejubon.com, lovemademusic.xyz because a long time ago I lost the .com. It came back after they couldn't extort me for the money that they thought they would get on auctioning off my brand. Um, and I bought the .com back and I still kept the XYZ because yeah.
making it making it alias. That way, regardless where somebody goes, they get you.
Oh yeah. And if you've enjoyed this, I'll put my Kofi link up. You can buy me a cup of coffee and we can keep talking. He's got a cash app or
Uh,
something.
uh, yeah, my Cash App,
Send that to me. I'll put it at
Venmo.
the bottom.
It's gonna be the way to light. $ the way to light at the way to light. Uh, that name has not changed. If you
Oh,
want to
send
follow
it
me
to
on,
me. Send me all that. I'll put it in when I post it. and they
Yeah,
can
because
get you.
yeah, my YouTube and Cash App and Venmo are all the same. Um, funny, I think my Instagram is the same too, but my Facebook is
Do you
my
actually use
actual
Instagram
Facebook.
still?
Occasionally, you mean other than posting memes? Uh, no, I use Instagram for the dogs. Really, my dogs have their own page.
I have seen that.
Uh, their page is therapy for some of our old classmates.
That's cool.
Cara Gilda Rubio, I can stop posting for a couple days. She's like, "Hey,
She's special.
where's my pictures?"
She's special.
She's she's also a Trump supporter, which is probably why we don't talk that much. So good people, good people. I don't knock Trump supporters. They all have their reasons,
Hmm.
regardless what they are. I don't understand our family's reasons, but
You
they
know,
have their reasons.
but we can. Yeah.
Yet again, another example of their black is not our black.
Hmm. We gonna get into that once I get this more concise and figure out how to direct conversation. This is the inaugural one. I hope folks ride along for the journey with me because I'm gonna have conversation and then I'll filter it down into actual formed questions of where we want to go with the conversation because not everything comes up in questions. Sometimes you just got to have
Oh,
a conversation for people to talk and express themselves because the whole thing in life is people asking question till you're tired of answering questions and you just want to be heard. And it's the thing that we get less and less of, people listening. So I want people to talk. I want people to see what someone's black is, not be guided through the catacombs of what their black is immediately, because that takes a whole lot to try getting somebody to drill down who they are in one single setting. So I may do a series on you by yourself and then a
uh,
series on
that
somebody else.
well, that's just it. My black is complicated because we grew up Republicans, and
Yeah, we did.
as as time evolved,
We grew out of Republic.
political political opinions and social economic changes and all of that.
And personal understandings.
Yeah, a lot more of the personal understandings than the rest of it shape who we became. Because yes, I have guns. For years, we didn't have guns. We grew up in a house without guns.
Going to
Uh,
granddad's, he had guns, but we first learned to shoot at campaigns.
yeah, uh, but here's the thing. At this point, I'm like the family armor. I go up to the family house before I leave. I'll go do a full inventory, make sure if there's anything that's fired or anything. I keep track of all ammo, all guns, all
Keep them
serial
clean, keep
numbers,
them
all that.
clean.
Uh, it's more keeping track of what's there, because if something goes missing,
That's a
I know what
problem.
the serial numbers are,
If
and
something goes missing, that's a serious problem.
that also means somebody's come in and lifted something and they haven't made a record of it,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody who passes through that door, if they if it's more than a casual stop in because other people were there and then walk out, then you write in the logbook, hey, I stayed here for blah blah blah, uh, this and this. went on. So
Gotta let it be
it's one
known.
of those. Yeah, because I went up there to go deer hunting because
Ooh.
Brenda has that stand in the back of her field.
Okay,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
out there. I was out there at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. I hear three shots come up from the swamp because somebody's duck hunting.
Mm.
At that point, my deer hunt's over.
Yeah, because you don't want to be aiming and see something, then that become a case.
No, at that point, the deer are scared off. Uh, uh, the and here's the thing: people sit there and I've actually gotten flack from black folks who are like, "You don't need an AR-15." I have distinct purposes for my builds.
He has an
Uh,
AR-15, y'all. See? I
uh,
have no.
four.
He has
Uh,
four AR-15s.
uh, here's the thing:
I'm
I've
not the one.
I've
Give
built.
me a knife any day.
Here's the thing: you get a 200-pound buck, you're going up with a knife. No, sir. I'll take that at a distance because I built them for deer and hog hunting.
Ooh,
That hog hunting's not a hey, I'll track it and go stab stab, and it's not gonna fight me back. A hog will come and get you. uh,
I've
uh,
never been animal hunting. Like, so I had, like, realistically, I have no reason for a gun at this point because I live in Japan and I haven't gone into the woods to do any hunting. If I do ever pick up hunting in Japan, I've got to go through, I think, at least 3 months before I can be licensed for a gun. That includes training, a psych eval, a test, like verification of who I am. Like, they make sure you're like anybody that gets a gun is not a nut job here.
I go through a deep
And then there's
background
levels
check.
even after that.
I know. I go through a background check every 5 years for my CWP
That's cool.
because I have my concealed carry permit. So I'm not one of those people who's out here just well I got these guns. Woo! I actually go and train
Ooh,
because uh, there's no purpose in owning guns, and then you go shoot them once every blue moon.
this is
At,
true.
at that point, you're more likely to shoot yourself than whatever target you're aiming at.
See, this got
So,
so much more interesting just by trying to close the program.
uh, well, that's just it. There's a lot of people who they see guns as, oh, he's got to be a nut because he's a gun enthusiast. No, I'm actually a trained soldier. I'm somebody who actually goes hunting. I'm more than the IT guy
I've seen him
who
in his
happened.
gun nut phase, but it was paintball.
Here's the
That was
thing.
his true gun nut phase.
At well, that's just it. At that point, when I was going into the army, they're like, "Oh, you want to go? You want to go to special forces?" No, this is a hobby. I'm not hunting people. That uh, there's a difference in me playing paintball and me with firearms. Firearms cost me a lot less money. Oh, the cost is
Facts.
stupid. uh, a tournament paintball marker run you 1,000 to 2 grand. I can go buy 4 AR-15s for that money. Not in the
The
configurations I
problem.
have.
That's a
The
problem right there. My guns got to be dirt cheap.
They aren't dirt cheap. That that's the misconception. Because if I go buy 4 AR-15s at that cost, the trigger is going to be a standard mil spec trigger, so I'm going to have to go spend money on replacing the trigger. Because I customize everything so it fits me. It's not just, oh, I bought a rifle off the shelf. No, absolutely everything is customized to fit my body dimensions.
This boy buys guns like he buys suits. That's what you just found out, y'all. He buys guns like he buys suits. They gotta fit
No,
sharp.
here's the thing. If I bought guns like I bought suits, somebody else would be customizing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying, in the stance of like not just buy any old suit. You don't buy any old gun and just be like, "This is what I got."
Because I do my research.
Okay, better analogy. You buy guns like you buy computers.
No, because most of the computers I have were gifted to me at one point. You're
ruining my
can
analogies.
You fix this?
You're just ruining my analogies.
Here's the thing: if I was part of that whole PC master, the last time I built a computer, Jesus,
I don't think he was around then.
I think the last time I actually built a computer was like 2006.
Woo.
Yeah, I haven't had a reason to go and build a computer.
I haven't built a desktop since maybe 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
because I stayed moving. I'm not going to sit there and I don't do PC gaming. If I did PC gaming where I was like sitting in one spot and this whole console was set up for PC gaming, yeah, then I'd probably build a rig.
But see,
I had coworkers.
People are getting into like gaming plus streaming at the same time. So they build out these ultra high process, ultra high graphic computers for gaming plus streaming. And I ain't got that much money. Or time.
Here's the thing: in 6 months, they're like, "Oh, I gotta go buy this $600 video card because I can get more teraflops." I'm sorry, I buy a gaming console every 5-6 years. And guess what I can do from my PlayStation? I can stream and game at the same time.
See, I haven't even bought a gaming console. Like, Jonas has a Switch now. That's the latest gaming console we have.
Erica has a Switch. We both also have PS4 Pros.
But like,
and we're not in a rush
personally,
to get.
I don't have a gaming console. Like, my tablet decided that it was too good to hold Call of Duty anymore. So that's out. It's
Dude,
like I don't like the space requirements. You can cancel that. Like, it literally took Call of Duty offline and like disabled it and then deleted the app. I'm like, wait, what? No, what? I re-downloaded it and I've got so much stuff on my tablet that it's like there's not enough space at all. I'm like, that's stupid. All right, delete Call of Duty this time. And I haven't been back on it in a couple months.
Call of Duty
with
mobile,
Android, I can't do like streaming and gaming at the same time because it doesn't allow onboard sound to be recorded.
I really, even if you go look at my YouTube channel, I don't think any of my like conversation, but I don't really speak when I'm playing.
Nor
I,
do I.
I,
That's a,
I, I,
that's
I,
still a
I,
strange concept to me.
I'm really well. It would be less of a strange concept if I played during hours where people I know are playing. Because
Yeah.
I have friends who are pro gamers who will be like, "Hey, I know you off work. You want to jump in on this match? Great, bet, cool. I'll I'll mic up the whole nine. If I'm just playing with randos, do I'm trying to finish first in the match and kill as many things as I can.
I yeah.
uh,
I do Call of Duty just to keep up with what improvements they've made. But I think my camera just died.
mm, yeah, you're sitting there, eyes closed, frozen. Wait, no, 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 no. It moved a little bit.
Yeah, I may have killed my camera. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Yeah, I think my camera died. Give me a second. Yep. Give me just 1 second. I don't think it should let me hot switch the video function. Zoom is not responding. You crooked. All right. Let me switch to my USB camera for a little bit while I switch batteries. See, and this is what I look like on a USB camera.
It's not bad. It's a little grainier.
It's a lot grainier.
Taking mine. Mine's just literally the front facing camera on my tablet.
Uh-huh. And the front facing camera on your tablet is still better than the front facing camera on my laptop.
Oh, I could make it weirder for you. I could join the meeting from my phone, and the front facing camera on that is me.
There we go. All right. Let me switch back to my actual camera. No, not that one. There we go. Ah, yes. There we go. I'm back in the saddle again. Unmute.
Let my other one in the meeting.
Okay, let's see. Waiting room. You are admitted. You look the same. So what are we just jumping on additional meetings? Just like throwing all the cameras in.
No, I just switched from my tablet to my phone.
Okay. Still on the Turkish music.
Indian, not Turkish.
Okay, yeah. There's the floating vocals.
Plus, I had to switch headsets.
It is a lot clearer.
I think Black Friday I bought a set of Skull Candy Evos.
I don't know what those are. I'm moving closer to the screen, like I can see closer if I move closer. Yeah, me and Bluetooth headphones don't work because of the nature of me loving to make music. I can't use Bluetooth headphones. It does not work.
Um, it does actually work for me because of the fact that I have multiple sets of them,
I'm just
and
talking about the latency of it.
I don't know if I need like direct sound, that I still got Samsung earbuds.
Yeah, I got some Audio Technica monitors and some stock in ears that I use usually.
Yeah, the AKGs that come with the Samsung phones are
I'm gonna
actually
mute myself real quick.
uh, they're actually fairly spot on. I gotta see if my other phone actually recorded that sample.
Okay, my thing is about to go super lag because I've got to pull up Chrome.
Ah,
I don't know how bad that's gonna make this, but because of the nature of where I'm staying, I need to record some stuff. This has definitely been an interesting time.
here's the thing: most people don't look at me as well. Actually, a lot of people look at me weird. Let's be honest.
You are. I mean, accept it. I have. I've accepted that I'm weird.
You know,
I've,
I accepted my weird long ago.
I've used it to my advantage, societally and monetarily.
I'm trying to figure out where it took my sample.
Which program are you using?
Zen Beats.
In that case, you got to go into Zen Beats, then go into the project, and then the sound files. Like you can go directly to the sample itself.
Because I recorded the sample in Zen Beats.
For me, Zen Beats is like the ultimate confirmation that Roland is just an awesome company when it comes to creating recording software.
Yeah.
People just don't realize it because they've not been able to. It's all been segmented out so much that people are like, oh, Roland only does this. But Zen Beats is the like collection of all they've been doing over the years.
Oh, and the because I already pay for storage, I'll just use Google Drive to move files. It's what I've been doing for years anyway.
Well, of course, I've got Google storage. I mean, I'm not doing the terabyte, but
Oh no, I pay for a gig, and it does not show me my files.
just a gig.
No, 100 gigs. Sorry, I, dude. I had to go to 100 gigs because of because of photography.
Yeah. When people actually go into my photos on Google, once I do a dump, like they're trapped in a world of 5 million photos. They just didn't realize what they were getting into. I'm like, yeah, you can find it. Just give me a moment. Oh man, I'm gonna pause real quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, at some point I should probably get sleep.
All right. Well, we'll close out. Let me know how your sampling goes.
I will, because I now that I've found the bastion of just random Indian samplings,
Ooh,
random live performance.
that's always beautiful. All right. Let me do
Because
the
then nobody
outro.
can really. All right,
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been my once again, we're closing out. The conversation turned a couple times to extend this, and it was a great time. This is me, David Whitaker. That's my brother, Daniel Whitaker, DJ, Way to Light. And I thank you for coming on this journey with me. There will be more interviews on the way, and I'm going to interview him again later. But for now, see, put up the Buddy Jesus thumbs and everything. That's what I'm talking about.
hey, Dogma is still one of the greatest movies.
Yeah, it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Have a wonderful day. And I'm going to hit the outro now. Boom. Do it one time for the one time, one more time.
That's right. Let him know.
I should have muted you.
What?
I
Because I
should have
said, yeah,
muted
let
you.
him know. The outro of me just rubbing my hands. Yeah, let him know.
Nah, not even that. You still playing the Indian music in the background. I'm like, what the heck? You just playing the Indian music all in my background music. That's just cold blooded. Never
Didn't even think to mute myself. Dude,
mind.
I,
I'm muting you next time.
I show up to the family zoo. I just throw my cash app in there.
Bye, y'all. All right, let's see. Stop. Stop recording. I think it finished recording. Oh man, it's
Yeah, I've not mastered the sampling on this.
oh, it's so much. It's so easy. Well, I say that in a relative sense. It's so easy in that sometimes it's easy. This thing is taking forever to stop. Like I think it's